Hello and welcome to a 50-cent tour of Monday, July 8th, 2013. I hope that you had a fabulous weekend around the 4th of July, and I'm still catching up a little. I unplugged quite a bit over the weekend. I just felt like I needed a break from news as much as possible and go back up a few yards and look at the forest instead of looking at the trees. So I'm going to have to catch up a little. Please find a seat on the Liberty Bus and we will begin our tour. This is a blog I heard about from someone. Happened to mention yesterday the possibility that large sums of money are going to soon be available and that people can apply to use some of them. And if you have an idea for helping mankind, and the priority is the highest priority is children, then aging people, and then everybody else. But there's going to be a concerted effort to help humanity, and it's in the planning stage, and they're asking for participation. So if you have an idea for a project or a fleshed out idea for a project, whether in preliminary stage, executive summary, or well advanced business plan, the help is now here to get you from 0 to 100 in one email. So I suppose it'd be wise to exercise some caution if you have something that's not patented. But I think this is not so much technology ideas as it is how people can be helped. Maybe health programs, organic farming, organic gardening, things that will help the earth recover and help people have their needs met and become healthier too. So this blog includes an email where you can send ideas, and it will take some time to answer, but projects will not be funded on this first come basis crap, and they will be funded regardless of when they submit, if they're accepted, of course. Criteria here is kids first, seniors second, and all other projects third. So as I said, if you have had an idea, if something comes to mind, if only I had $20 million, I could help this group or that group, or if only I had $15,000, I could, help these people down the block start a garden, whatever. Pretty wide open. So enjoy dreaming a little bit. Put your dreams in an email and send them off. This is Benjamin Fulford's blog for this week. He got it out pretty early. I will honor his request, since it's a paid blog, to not show the entire thing. But I wanted to just mention a couple things. One is I spent an evening really bummed out about the train that blew up in Canada. For some reason, it just really pushed my button emotionally. I don't know how many people were killed. The story is that the engineer whose shift was over got off the train, was standing there waiting for the engineer who was coming on shift, and the train just took off on its own. So at least Saturday when I heard about it, that was the story. Fulford, I wondered, you have to wonder that with that kind of a story, what was going on. So Fulford's take is that it's possible that was sabotage of an effort to bring Canadian oil to the U.S. And who knows? It certainly seems possible. But on the positive side, I do just want to, these photos of Obama are very humbling, and even Fulford says they're clearly biased. I mean, it's comparisons between him and Putin. I'm not really, going to be sharing this on Facebook. I think they went a little too far, but they're real photos. They're not photoshopped, so what's there is real. But the emphasis is not on the photos here, but what Fulford is saying is that Obama is desperately trying to make deals and to maintain relationships with some of these heads of state that are keeping the United States corporation from going bankrupt. And I appreciate that he says, as opposed to the debtless Republic of the United States. So when we have a restoration of the Republic, we won't have debts. We won't have to worry quite as much about bowing deeply to heads of other nations, although we certainly will want to maintain a culture of honor with them and with their people. This is something I also came across over the weekend. It's not new. Interestingly enough, though, the Vatican Project just yesterday mentioned the Synagogue of Satan. So I think this is kind of a current word, because this is written by the author of the Synagogue of Satan. The history of the money changers. If you've never gotten into this, at least skim it. I knew most of this stuff and was still just blown away. It's just such an accurate, detailed, comprehensive history without really being completely overwhelming. I mean, you can skip over the parts that you know, and I would guess virtually everyone will learn something from this. And it includes a list of the families who own, or the institutions who own the Federal Reserve, which I thought was, recent evidence has come forward as to who really owns the Federal Reserve. So, demystified, the Federal Reserve demystified. This is who owns it, and this story will tell you how they came to this level, this degree of power, and it's all here. The fact that the William of Orange went down to establish himself in England as the monarch because he wanted to, because the people in the bankers in the Netherlands wanted to harvest basically the wealth of England into what was called the Bank of England, but which is a lot like the Fed. If you read this, you will learn. So excellent information here. And as I said, the Vatican Project highlighted the book, The Synagogue of Satan. So probably controversial, but excellent. For the most part, excellent information. And here's just a summary: House of Rothschild versus U.S. presidents. How very much the bankers have interfered in American history, and how many presidents were killed, and even some who weren't killed, there were attempted assassinations. Moving on to, with that email, there's a suggestion that you can put together an idea and help restore the world, the earth, and humanity. And here is another idea from Natural News. I'm not certain who's organizing this, but anti-GMO online rally goes global. Join the cause by uploading your video on July 24th. They are asking for people on July 24th to upload a video. It can be, just be yourself on your iPhone or whatever, just saying, I think GMOs are bad because.
and they want numbers. They want a lot of people to work on this together. Okay, it was put together by Monsanto Video Revolt.com. And I think that's something that we can all participate in. You know, if you have little children or for whatever reason you can't get out to a march, this is a way for you to express your desire that GMOs not be a part of any food chain on this planet. And here's another suggestion. Don and I brought this up on Saturday in our Pearls of Liberty video. I just want to mention it again. Only the people can save America, will you? And this is about forming grand juries. And starting with 6 people in each American county. And you know what's really needed is 25 people in each county. But you can make the beginning with 6. Our goal is to get at least 6 people in each county in order to organize an election in your county to reinstate the grand jury, and eventually a minimum of 25 people to initiate the common law grand jury. So that's an idea if you want to become more active. And here is our happy news for everybody who loves chocolate. The Power of Cacao explained. We know chocolate is wonderful. We love it, and this is why it's good for us. So that's some good news. It's always nice to know that what you enjoy is actually doing well for your body, is a positive influence. The tour of the day is a presentation of She Who Will Walk in the Dark Productions, and we thank you for joining us on today's tour. The dawn is coming. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Hoping that you will love one another, that you will take care, and that you will insist on liberty.